A couple of months ago, I did a top 10 list in which I listed my 10 favourite characters from Overwatch 2. Today, I'm going to be doing the opposite list. So in today's top 10 list, I'm going to be listing what are my top 10 least favourite Overwatch characters from Overwatch 2. Now, I have noticed that there is a little bit of a trend on this top 10 actually compared with the previous one, and you'll notice there is a lot of there's quite a few tanks on this list, I'm not going to lie. So yes, but before I get into the list, I did want to say a couple of notable mentions. So these are characters which I am not very good at playing at, but I respect people that can master the characters well, and those being Tracer, Lucio, and Genji. So with that said, now let's pop into the actual list and see what are my 10 favourite, or in this case, least favourite Overwatch 2 characters. Number 10, Doomfist. So with Doomfist, he's not necessarily a terrible tank, but he's just a tank which I don't really have fun playing as. So Doomfist playstyle is he has three main abilities. He has the charge punch, which he can fling himself over long distances. He has the spring attack, which a bit like Winston, he does damage in a jump area, and he also has his standard fire shots. He also has a block ability as well, but yeah, I just don't find Doomfist to be that fun of a character, I have to admit. His ultimate is probably the one factor which is keeping him from being further down on the list. But yeah, overall, I just don't really find that Doomfist for me is that fun of a character to play as. So yeah, he's not the worst tank. He's not the most annoying to play against. That's another factor in this top 10 list, I have to admit. But yeah, it's just not for me. So that's why he's number 10 on the list. Number 9, Winston. So Winston is another one of the tanks which, he's not a bad tank and he's not the most annoying to go against, but I just don't really find that Winston is a great tank for me personally. I'd say compared to Doomfist, Winston overall, I probably play as less well than Doomfist. Doomfist is not a character which I enjoy, but at least he gets some kills, while I don't know, I just seem to struggle as Winston quite a lot. So his ability is he can place a mobile barrier, which can obviously help out allies in certain situations. He also has a jump ability just like with Doomfist. His main weapon of choice is the electric rifle. I can't remember the exact name, but yeah, I think it's something like that. So it has two abilities. It has constant shock, which is the left click, and then a charge shot, which is the right click. It can do, in the right circumstances, it can do a decent amount of damage, but most of the time it is a struggle. The main reason, however, that I've put Winston below Doomfist on the list is his ultimate. So his ultimate is Primal Rage. I just don't seem to be able to do that well with Primal Rage, to be honest. I usually end up going in the wrong direction or too far away from the opponent because of the amount of jump speed. And yeah, I just really struggle to get kills with Primal Rage. So yeah, that's the main reason I've put Winston at number 9 on this list. Number 8, Ana. So this is the only supporter I have on this list because I have to say overall I do like the vast majority of supporters. I did mention that Lucio was one which I don't like to play as because I can't really play him that well, but I respect people that play him that well. Ana, on the other hand, it's just a character which I'm not too big of a fan on. So funny enough, Overwatch, Blizzard released a stat, I think it was a month or two ago, showing that in its launch year, Ana was actually the most played hero, which I find interesting. So Ana's ability is that she has, she's basically a healing sniper, which, yes, she can do damage from a sniping distance, which, yes, I'll come to that later on, but let's say I'm not a fan of snipers in this game. Her other ability is she can distribute healing grenades or damage or draining grenades, depending on who you throw them as. And she also has a shift ability, a tranquilizer dart. This for me is probably the main reason she's on this list, is because going up against other classes, going up against teams while other people are using the tranquilizer dart is really annoying. Also, the ability Nano Boost, it's an alright ability, but I find there's a lot better ability like supporter wise, because you've got Moira with Coalescence, and then you've got Consume with Kiriko. So I do think there's a lot better ults than this one. Even Lucio's Sound Barrier, whatever it's called, I think personally is better than that one. So yes, that's why Ana for me is number 8 on this list. Number 7, Wrecking Ball. So this one's actually a little bit different compared to Doomfist and Winston. It's because this one in the right scenario, I can actually play Wrecking Ball quite well, albeit it is a little bit tricky to get the hang of with the Wrecking Ball ability with the roller. But yes, the reason Wrecking Ball is higher is because it's a tank which can be really annoying to go up against. If people have mastered the ability of Wrecking Ball, this is a real handful to go up against. Specifically, the actual Wrecking Ball mode, where they activate Ball mode and they just manage to grapple onto something. They can do serious amounts of damage, and yeah, this can be a real pain in the neck to deal with. So his other abilities is he activates some kind of nano shield, which boosts his stats for a temporary amount of time. And his main firepower is the Gatling guns on his sides. Also, he has Area Denied, which is not a terrible ultimate. It's just not the most useful of ultimates. But yeah, the main reason he's on this list is because of that Wrecking Ball. Feature. When opponents use that ability, it is seriously annoying to kill Wrecking Ball when he's moving up, down, and all around. Yeah. So that one ability alone, the Wrecking Ball mode, is why he's one of my least favourite tanks. So that's why I've put him at number 7 on this list. Number 6, Fara. So now we get to the point of the video where the Assault class starts to pop in, and spoilers, there is a few on this list. So the first one in particular is Fara. So to play as, Fara is can be a powerhouse, which is also the main reason why she's on this list. I will say the vast majority of characters on this list, they're not too bad to play as, but to go up against, they're a real headache. And Fara is definitely a real pain because of the flight ability and the jetpack. So this basically, I do admit sometimes I'm not the most accurate of players when it comes to, let's say, shooting people out of the sky. Echo is a character which I like, so that's why it escapes this list as a flying character. Fara, on the other hand, does not get that treatment. So Fara has, so her standard ability is she has a rocket launcher. As we know from Team Fortress 2, rocket launchers can be a big pain in the neck. She also has a dispersal ability by pressing E, so that flings enemies away. And of course, she has a jetpack. The jetpack makes it a little bit difficult to get to us sometimes. And yeah, she can also use the launch ability as well. Also, her ultimate is a bit of a pain. Justice. I think it's Barrage or something like that. Yeah, that ultimate can be a bit of a pain to deal with. So that's why Fara is number 6 on this list. Number 5, Ashe. So Ashe is another assault class that's on this list. But she has a bit more of a significant reason than some of the others, because I would say overall Ashe is probably my worst class to play as in the game. I just struggle to play with Ashe. I can hardly get any kills, and yeah, also combined with the fact that I'm not the most accurate with a weapon. That does not help. So Ashe's main abilities is that she has Dynamite, which can bounce enemies away and also deal burn damage. She also has a shotgun, which can blast enemies back in the air, which in the odd occasion can be annoying to go against, especially with maps with holes like Greece or Nepal. But the main reason I've just struggled with her is because of the main weapon, which is her assault rifle / zoomed scope. And yeah, I'm not the most accurate with weapons, so this is definitely not a good combination for me. Also, people that have experience playing as Ashe sometimes use her just a little bit as a sniper, which is not the most fun to go up against. The only saving grace for Ashe, the reason she's not further up on the list, is because of her ultimate, Bob. Bob is the only good thing I think about Ashe when using it, because that ultimate can do a lot of damage in the right circumstances. But yeah, other than that, I just really struggle to play with Ashe. I can hardly get any kills for this class. But yeah, she can be annoying to go against, but I think there are some more annoying classes than her. So that's why I've put her at number 5 on this list. Number 4, Widowmaker. So yes, as I referred to with Ana and Ashe, I'm not a fan of snipers in this game. And this is the queen of them all, Widowmaker, the designated sniper. So yes, this class has killed me so many times when I'm not expecting it, because Widowmaker could obviously get into high places, and you can never get her. Well, most of the time at least. So for pro Widowmaker players, they are an absolute nightmare to go up against. So Widowmaker's abilities is she has the grapple hook, which allows her to get into high positions. She also has an E ability, which I believe activates some kind of tracking device on an enemy, so you know where they are. Concussion mine or something like that. Yeah. And obviously Widow's main gun is it's a hybrid of a sniper and an assault rifle. So when you're in close distance, the assault rifle is active, but the majority of Widowmaker players will just use this as a sniper, which is another reason why she's on this list, because as I've referred to a few times on this list, I'm not accurate with guns in this game. So yes, obviously me and sniper equals probably not good. Her ability as well, so her ability is I can't remember the name of it, but basically allows you to see through enemy walls. Funny enough, April Fool's Day there was a line saying wall hacks initialized, which is kind of what it is, because it allows you to see the enemy through the walls. And obviously for pro Widowmaker players, that makes Widowmaker just more dangerous. So yes, it's not necessarily a character which I like playing, and it's a character which basically whenever I see anyone playing as a Widowmaker online, I kind of try to make that my primary target, because I know if the Widowmaker stays alive, it could be a big problem. So that's why for me Widowmaker is number 4 on this list. Number 3, Junkrat. So kicking off the top 3, we have Junkrat. For me, Junkrat is a pretty annoying character to go up against. I actually sometimes find this even more annoying than Widowmaker, because of his two abilities combined, they are really annoying. So the two abilities I'm referring to is the Bear Trap, which stops enemies dead in their tracks, and then he can just use, like he can either fling a grenade mine, or he can just basically launch, like he can launch grenades from his gun. Yeah, Junkrat is just overall such an annoying character to go up against. It's killed me so many times, even when I'm trying to avoid it. And also his ultimate as well is quite annoying as well. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, that's the theme. Seems to be a theme of this list. I can't remember the names of most of the list on this list. It might come back to me in a minute. Oh, Riptire. So that's it. Yeah, it's called Riptire. So yes, Riptire, basically he flings a tire across the map, and depending on your health, it's instant death for you. Yeah, I've been killed by Junkrat so many times, and he's so annoying. Oh yeah, also, his secondary ability, when he dies, he drops grenades on the floor, so if you're too near to him, you also suffer after damage, which, yep, is quite annoying. So yes, that's why Junkrat, for me, is a character which I do not like playing against, and is number 3 on this list. Number 2, Roadhog. So easily for me, this is my most annoying tank in the game. So Roadhog consists of 2 main abilities. First off, he has self-healing, and the fact that he's already got 700 health is, I think he's overall the highest health tank in the game. That is quite annoying to deal with because he just self-heals on a regular basis. But the main reason he's on this list is his second ability, the grapple hook. My word, this has killed me so many times and maybe infuriated so many times as well. So the grapple hook basically pulls you towards the direction of Roadhog, and yeah, this has killed me so many times on maps which have open floor layout, aka Nepal or Greece. Yeah, it's just such an annoying ability to go up against. I'd say overall it's probably my least favourite ability in Overwatch 2 as a whole. So yes. His ultimate as well is his ultimate is also quite annoying because even if you're charging with Reinhardt, basically Roadhog's ability is he flungs a bunch of junk from his weapons. Basically he turns his shotgun into a kind of a junk loaded machine gun, and even with Reinhardt's charging ability he can blast you off the map. So yes, very annoying. I should also add one quick disclaimer, and that is at the time of recording this video, it's reported that Roadhog will have a slight rework. I dread to think what that's going to be like, because when Sombra's one got changed, they actually made Sombra's character better, and in my opinion maybe more powerful. Jeez, I wonder what they're going to do with Roadhog. And also, on that note, I think Fara in the future, going back to number 6, Fara is supposed to be getting a rework in the future as well. But at the time, yes, Roadhog has self-healing, grapple hook, and the junk-loaded machine gun. Yeah, he's probably, overall, has my least favourite abilities to go against. But there is one character which I feel like in Overwatch is, overall, I find more annoying to go up against. It's close, but I say it edges it. So that's why Roadhog is number 2 on the list. And now it's time to see what character I find even more annoying than him. Number 1, Mei. So yeah, for me, Mei is probably overall my least favourite character in Overwatch 2. So I actually remember last year when Overwatch 2 first came out, there was actually an error with Mei which they had to change. So basically they removed her from the game. A lot of people was happy about it, but I wasn't quite sure why. A year later, I know exactly why they were not happy with Mei being in the game. So Mei has 2 main abilities. She has Ice Wall, which acts as a way to block opponents and also fling them off the map, even potentially. She also has a secondary ability called, I'm not sure what it's called, but basically she turns into an ice cube and self-heals. So that just makes it more difficult to deal with Mei. Her weapon as well is quite annoying because it does freeze damage. So basically it's got 2 modes. It's got constant spray, which can slow down enemies. And then it's got ice darts, which the ice darts itself are not too bad, but the freezing is quite annoying because it just slows you down. And then we get to the main reason why Mei is on this list, the main reason why she's number 1, and that is Blizzard. Blizzard for me is my least favourite ultimate to go up against, because basically she flings snowball into the air, freezes an area, and you pretty much cannot do anything when you're frozen. So basically you're virtually a sitting duck. This has killed me so many times, and also lost Well, although in fairness, it's 1 matches as well. But yeah, overall, going up against Mei is so annoying. If I had to pick one character that was removed overall from the game, yeah, I would personally go with Mei, because she's just a really annoying character to go up against. But yeah, I know some people like to play as Mei, but yeah, she's just, for me, the most annoying character to go up against. And that is why she is my #1 least favourite Overwatch character in Overwatch 2.